just had a conversation with a guy here in northern Thailand, and we were talking about thoughts, feelings, actions, results. 4 things, right? And everything in life stems from those 4 things. We have a thought, which makes us feel a certain way, which makes us take a certain action, which makes us get a certain result. 4 things, right? And so it's very interesting to understand this, because this is at the root of every single problem you and I have in our life. It's the thoughts we're thinking that are not questioned, that lead to us feeling the uncomfortable emotion, whether it's anger, sadness, frustration, stress, whatever emotion you're feeling that you don't want to feel. And then you go and do something that you've done since you were a kid, for example. So let's say when you didn't feel safe, when you were stressed out and you didn't feel comfort, you would go and eat junk food to feel safe, right? Because the junk food's always there, right? And so that emotion of sadness, discomfort, not feeling safe, feeling vulnerable, not feeling secure, those feelings, you've learned to deal with that by smothering your face with sugar, right? With processed crap. And this is very common. It's a very common pattern in a lot of people that struggle with their relationship to food. And the reason why this happens is because you're trying to fill that emotional void with food, right? And because you've made that connection from an early age, now as an adult, you're still doing that. And it's all unconscious. You're not even aware of it until you become aware. And then now you can start to work to overcome this. But at the start, it's like,
damn, I'm doing this pattern and I don't even know why I'm doing it. Like, why am I binge eating? Why am I stuffing my face? Because I'm sad. Okay, I know I'm sad, but why the fuck am I doing this?
and then when you go deeper, you're like,
Oh, it's because of this event when I was a kid. My parents were arguing, or I felt disconnected, so I found connection in food when I was stressed, and it made me feel good. Oh, that's why I do it.
so now what was the thought that caused that emotion, that caused that behavior? Does that make sense? So first of all, it always starts with a thought. So maybe the thought is, I'm not safe right now, right? And that thought causes you to feel what? Insecure, not secure. Causes you to feel discomfort, dis-ease, right? And so now you feel those emotions.
What do I do? How do I feel comfortable? Because I'm not safe right now. Like, I don't feel connected right now. How can I feel comfortable? Oh, let me go and eat this junk food. Oh, that's going to make me feel better. Sugar rush. Oh, I feel much better. I feel comfort.
And now you make so everything in life, we make it mean something. Every event that happens to us. So we're meaning-making machines. So that event that happened in your life, you make it mean eating sugary stuff makes me feel comfortable. And there is the pattern that's formed from an early age, maybe, usually it is, and now you're carrying that into your adult life. And you're not even aware of why you're doing it. Well, that's why. Maybe you have something else in your life, as you can think about it now as I'm talking, that you're like, oh, fuck, yeah, that's why I do that. Now you have awareness on that thing, whatever it is for you, right? So for me, it was sugar, right? It was literally what I just said. It's like, fuck, I feel stressed out. Like my parents are arguing. Oh, fuck, let me eat some sugar. Let me eat some candy. Or so usually, like for me, whenever I feel super stressed, that's when I want to go for the candy. Well, before, right? But then I figured it out. I figured out how to overcome it. And a lot of it is to do with the thoughts, right? Because you can go and change your diet, which is what I did initially. I started I advise this. You swap the processed food for real food. Like I swapped the sweets for fruits. But to get it at the root, you need to go into the thoughts and the feelings. And you need to question the thoughts. Like, for example, were you really disconnected? Like, I feel disconnected. Is that really true? Question that thought, because the problem is we're believing thoughts that are not true. Like, is that true that I'm not connected? Like, no one cares about me. No one loves me. Is that really true? Can you absolutely know that that's true? And so usually the answer is no, but sometimes people say yes. It's like, okay, who would you be without that thought that this is true? How would you treat the people around you if this was not true? Can you see a reason to drop this thought, right? And then you go into it and you're like,
oh, fuck, yeah, this is actually not true, but I thought it was true, which made me feel sad, angry, disconnected, lonely.
Whatever it is, whatever emotion you don't want to feel, it made you feel because you're believing a thought that's not true. And so now, as you can see, this is how a lot of our problems are created in our life. A lot of our suffering is created by ourselves because we're believing stuff that's not true, that's making us feel shit and making us do things that are destructive and that we want to stop. So this is how you stop bad habits. This is how you refocus and build up your life again, is by understanding why we're doing what we're doing. Like, what are the thoughts that are causing us to go ahead and binge eat? What are the thoughts that are causing us to feel these emotions? And how do we process our emotions in a healthy way without using food, smoking weed, alcohol, sex to numb ourselves and trick ourselves into thinking that this is actually solving the problem when it's not? All right, so this is something that is at the root of everything. Like, you can solve every problem with what I just shared, this framework: thoughts, feelings, actions, results. Because everything comes down to that. Like, there's a thought that I thought to get me out to this location to shoot this video. So I first thought a thought. It's like, okay, I need to make a video. And that causes an emotion of feeling motivated, feeling excited. And then the action of actually going to this place and shooting this video, right? So it's operating every single day of our life. How you have an iPhone or a computer or a TV to watch me right now is because you had a thought that, oh shit, I need an iPhone, TV, laptop. Oh, I'm excited. Like, oh, I can do so many things. You start getting excited, right? And then you start taking action on that emotion. So it's happening every day, and you get the result. And that's how it works. That's how life works. So you can reverse engineer this for any vice that you have and really go into it. Most people don't want to do it, so they'll just rather go out and get pissed and get blackout drunk on a Friday night, or, you know, just overeat on the weekends, even though they're eating great during Monday through Friday, because they don't want to face how they feel, right? And taking it a layer deeper, they don't want to uncover the thoughts that are causing them to feel that way. And so if you do this, uncover the thoughts that are causing you to feel a certain way. So right now, if I ask you, how are you feeling? If you're feeling like shit right now, if you're feeling depressed, if you're feeling angry, if you're feeling frustrated, what are the thoughts that are causing you to feel that emotion? And is that thought really true? Once you can get to that core, now you can change the thought, and then that will change the emotion, which will change the actions. You see what I'm saying? So this is how you get to the root of any problem in your life. Like, you got to go to the thoughts first, because everything in life is created twice. It's created once in our mind and second in reality, right? So everything starts with our thoughts. And I hope you found this video helpful. If you want any more information on this, let me know. I mean, this is what I talk about with my private clients, because this is how you change anything in your life, is you've got to get to the thoughts, feelings, actions. And this is what I'm doing in my money area right now. I am up leveling my money mindset, okay? And that starts with my thoughts. What do I think about money? And how does that make me feel? Because that dictates the action, right? So that's what I'm doing right now. So, for example, money is, money was, and money will be. Those are 3 questions to I ask myself, right? And the money was story. Money was, for example, I wrote, money was hard to make. It was never around much. I'd ask my parents for money and they'd always say they don't have any. So how does that show up now? Well, I had issues asking for money. And because when I was a kid, I'd ask my parents for money. I'd ask my mum, and then she'd be like,
Go and ask your dad.
and then he'd be like, I ain't got no money. What do you think? Money grows on trees? You know, all these kind of stories. What do you think I am, the bank? And so I was like, oh, fuck, I'm not going to ask you then. Fuck's sake. And so what that thought, that pattern of behavior affected my adult life as well. Because then I grew up and I was like scared to ask people for money, for my services. Because of what happened in my childhood, I'm carrying it out unconsciously. But now I'm aware of it. I'm like, oh, I can rewrite that story. But that's not true. Like, what? So my belief, my thought, again, beliefs, right? My thought, which is the belief, was, oh, if I ask people for money, they're going to say no. And I don't want to be rejected, so I'm not going to ask them for money. But that's actually not true. I literally believed that if I ask people for money, they're going to say no, which really held me back in sales. That was my biggest block. It wasn't the communication. I'm a fucking great communicator. Pat myself on the back. It was the beliefs that were holding me back. Like, fuck, I don't want to ask for money. I might get rejected. I don't want to get rejected. Because when did I get rejected before? When I was a kid. How did that feel? Felt like shit. Like, why am I even asking? Like, these people are supposed to love me, but they're not. I just had a realization as I'm talking to you. This is how valuable coaching is. Like, I'm just talking and I'm having realizations as I'm saying this stuff to you. So I got rejected by the people who are supposed to love me the most. Why the fuck am I going to ask for money then? I don't want to feel that pain again. And so that is what brought forth the emotion of, fuck, I don't want to ask for money. I don't want to get rejected. And so that fear of rejection came up. So that's really what the root of it was. It was fear of rejection because I was believing thoughts that weren't true. It all originated from, if I ask for money, they're going to reject me. But that's not true, but I believed it. If I ask for money, I might get it. Who knows? That's the new belief, right? That's the new thought, which creates the emotion of excitement. You see how this works? So now I'm rewiring my brain, and the more I believe that, the more it shows up in my reality, which even more reinforces that belief of, fuck yeah, like, if I ask for money, I'm going to get it. And now I'm a completely different person. That's how it works, folks. Like, if you're watching me right now, that's how it's going to work for you too. And if you want help implementing this in your life, if you want to get on the phone and talk about this and get some coaching on this, because this is what we do here at our, sorry, there's something in my nose. This is what we do here, right? So if you want help with this, go ahead and click the link below this video in the description. And if you want to just do it at your own pace, you can go ahead and get the program, which also goes into all of this stuff on how to master your health. Really is mastering your mind. If you can't control your mind, you're fucked. Put it plain and simple, right? And it's something that I'm consciously doing every day. Like, I want to learn how to control this, because when I do, everything I want will come to me so easy, and it's just going to be a beautiful thing, right? So if you want that as well, if you want to change all these bad habits, it's not as hard as you think. You just don't know how to do it. Let's go and talk. All right, click the link below this video, or you can get the program. 2 options for you, and I'll see you soon. Take it easy and have a great day. Hope you enjoyed.